Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got update number 3 for my Panda palette for you guys. As always, I'm gonna start with my 2018 palette and then move on to my 2019 palette. So let's just do that. First of all, let's take a quick look at where we were with my 2018 palette, which was the Too Faced Enchanted Glamourland palette. And now this is where we are now. And if you guys can see, I finally managed to finish off this darker purple color. It took me forever. It was very hardly pressed and it was getting pretty dry, which is I think why it took me so long, but it's gone. And I'm so happy about that. Apart from that, I know I've mentioned my goal for this Ooh and Ah shade was to use it at least 10 times. Let me take it back so you can actually see my face as well. And I have definitely used this 10 times. I think it might have even been more, probably closer to 15 than the 10 times. So I'm happy with that. I can see that it's been used now, even though there definitely is not a dip in there yet. But I've been working on it, which is good. I've been working on stiletto as well, as always, just using that as my eyeliner. But also started using this a little bit to darken up my outer corner, especially now that the darker purple is gone. The darkest color, or at least the not black darkest color in my other palette, is not as dark as the purple was. So I can use this a little bit more now as well. And then the more golden color at the top, George and Wheezy, I've been using in my inner corner all the time as well. So you'll probably see a little bit of a change there, but nothing major. I have not touched White Oil though, so that will still look the same as it did before. So that is everything for this palette. I'm not really focusing in on anything in here because I'm trying to make some progress on some of the colors in my other palette. But I will keep working on this, so I don't really have goals for this, although I would love to use the silver a little bit more still to kind of keep that in my routine. So that is that. And then, of course, we've got my 2019 palette that I'm working on this year, and this is the Too Faced Glamour To Go palette that I'm working on right now. So let's take a quick look at what that one looked like last month. And now this is where we are now. Really happy with this. As you can see, I managed to hit pan on 2 of the colors at this point, which is really exciting to me. Yeah. So let's go through them one by one, and let's start here. The brownish color right here I have hit pan on, as you can see. It's really powdery, so I'm expecting this to actually go by fairly quickly, and it's the only somewhat darker color in here, which will probably mean I can start using like some colors from other palettes, or a little bit more of the black even, because this one is not as dark a black as the other one. Putting my face back in again as well. The white color I have not really used this month, just because I've been focusing on this one a little bit more, and I'm using that gold color in my other palette as my inner corner highlight, but I might start working on this a little bit more over the next month. The blue I'm actually using quite a bit as an in-between color. I'm putting the greenish color on the inner part of my eyelid and the brown on the outer part. But just to blend them together, I'm using the blue because I know I don't gravitate towards this too much. I'm actually trying to use it a little bit more right now and get used to using this, so I won't have this one hanging like as one of the last colors left. The dark color, which is very close to a black, I have been using little bits. I've used it in my outer corner once or twice, and I have used this as my eyeliner every now and then, but that is more of, as I've said before, when I go to the gym and I'm just bringing this palette. Otherwise I'm using the black from that other palette most of the time. The gold I've used once or twice this month. I just haven't touched it a lot because I know I like this color and I know I won't have any problems finishing it off, so I want to focus a little bit more on the colors that I would not focus on as much usually. The taupe color, kind of similar. I'm still using another color that is in one of my other projects as my transition color. Well, this would be a nice transition color, or it could be used kind of interchangeably with the blue, but I know I won't have too much trouble using this, so I'm not focusing on it too much yet. And then of course this pink I have now hit pan on. I'm using this as my brow bone highlight, which works really nicely. It's a little bit more towards the shimmery side than in comparison to the highlighters that I've been using before, but like I'm wearing it right now and it's definitely nothing too much or anything, so really happy that I managed to hit pan on that one. I think I might be able to finish that one off within 3-4 months if I keep using it like this, maybe even sooner, but we'll see. And then the green color, even from this far away, you can see that there's a bit of a dip in it, but definitely in the close-up you can see I've been using this a fair bit. I'm using this with a flatter, stiff brush because I can tap that off a little bit more easily and then kind of tap the makeup on instead of like brush it on, because it has those chunky glitters. And I have kind of figured out if I tap it off enough and then carefully apply the makeup to my eye, I don't get too much glitter fallout. There still might be 1 or 2 glitters somewhere on my face or even on my eye. You can see that they're chunkier as well. But if I tap it off, it does get a whole lot less. So I'm actually able to use it like that, and I have a really nice dip going there right now. So yeah, that's what's going on with this one right now. And I of course want to set some goals for next time, and I'm hoping to definitely hit pan on the green shade. I think I'm not too far away at this point, so I'm gonna keep working on this until I've hit pan, and then I'm gonna kind of decide if I want to move to something else or keep working on it still. And I might even want to try to hit pan on this white color as well. And then apart from that, I'm gonna of course work on expanding the pan on those two, and hopefully create a little bit of a dip in the blue color. So those are my goals for that one. And like I said, for the other one, I don't really have too much of a goal. I just want to make sure I keep using the shades in that palette. So yeah, this is what I'm still working with. I've only got 4 shades left in this one right now instead of the 5 that I had before, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, hopefully I can finish off some more shadows, but it's nice to see that I'm finally starting to hit pan in the new palette for this year, because once you hit pan, I feel like you can see the progress so much better than when it's still just dips starting to form. So really looking forward to seeing what I can do within the next month, and I hope you guys will be there again to see what I have been able to do within that month as well. Anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!